Oh, and welcome to another episode of Die of a Gold Coin Dealer. Although these days it's Die of a Gold, Silver, Copper, Nickel, and Currency Coin Dealer with the odd dash of notes and stamps. I've kind of diversified. It's kept me entertained. I genuinely thought this video would be me telling you that I'm moving abroad. I've had a fantastic time. The good, the bad, the ugly was meant to be. I applied for a few courses. I didn't get accepted onto any of them. I actually thought that I wouldn't. After I got the first rejection, I think this is a bit political. Now, I don't know the criteria. Maybe they just had better candidates than myself. That could be the case. I was in academia a long time ago. Maybe they want younger people. Could be the case. I genuinely don't know, and I will never get to the bottom of it. But I'm happy to draw a line underneath my pursuit of studying again. I'm not happy to draw a line under my pursuit of potentially moving to Germany, whether that be starting a business or getting a visa to explore those options. I think that will come in due time. But as for now, I am probably going to commit to another 6 months of trading. Now, the reason being is one, I've started to enjoy it again. Two, I didn't really have the time to get rid of the stock I had. And three, I cannot find a job that will pay me enough. I'm in a position where my mother's retired. I'm worried about what this government will do in terms of, firstly, her savings, the the pension she receives, and also the pension credits she receives. So I'm going to take that on the back and try and sort that out myself. I'd much rather it be in my control than in the hands of a bunch of politicians who, to be frank, are inept, incompetent, and lizard-like. These are the worst politicians I think I've personally had to suffer. Um, make of that what you will. I'm not even anti any political party. I just think the standard of politician across the board in the UK is so fundamentally bad that I would much rather not deal with it myself. But yeah, it's one of those things. Sorry, I got a comment. Um, but but yeah, I think doing another 6 months and then I can regroup, and then I can travel. Now that's good news for you guys. You get to see my ugly face for another 6 months. Someone once said to me, Sean, you really let yourself go. And I thought, ain't my fault. Father time catches up with us all. It's not my fault, my friend. It is what it is. I probably should change my photo. But yeah, in terms of not going to Germany, it's okay because when I went through the numbers get very, very interesting for me as a trader because now I can just reinvest my passive income that I've built up over the last 5 years or so. And I've thrown a lot at it. There's been a lot of luck that's happened my end, and I've gained a lot of money from my portfolio going up. But it's in a very, very healthy position. But another 6 months is actually 9 months because I planned 3 months anyway. So I'm going to get 3/4 of a year worth of dividends that I can chuck in. And I've also got other money that I can chuck in from the business side of things. Now, you may be thinking, that doesn't sound like a lot, but you understand when you look into the numbers and you look at how it snowballs, it gets crazy very quickly. So I just need to carry on trading the way I'm doing. Any excess months, I just chuck at the debt because there's going to come a point where I've got enough in passive income to really live, like really live. Like I never really focused on like having enough to do all the luxury things. I just want my freedom. I can backpack. I don't need many things in my life. My office tells you otherwise. But the truth is, if I sold the business, what you see behind you, most of that's gone. There's not much there that is my personal possession. I own the business, but it's not my personal possession. Now, a gentleman said to me the other day, he's like, why are you helping out your competition when I put up that auction tutorial? And I said to him, I was like, I've got enough in passive income to retire. And that technically is a 3/4 truth. I just need to put it into the investment and I'm there. I've got a lot of passive income coming in at the moment. I think it's going to be about 18, 19, but it should jump up by the time I'm done. I think I worked it out. It was going to be around 25, 26. It does move. It depends on the yield you can buy, because the yield moves daily. If the price goes up, the yield goes down. If the price goes down, the yield goes up. So it's about picking those opportune moments to invest it. But if I'm investing another, if I'm working for another 6 months, the target's 40,000 in passive a year, just for another 6 months' work, because all the numbers line up. It's a very interesting place to be, and if anyone is in the position to do it, I would highly recommend investing and compounding it whilst you work on the side. I think the mathematical side is one of the greatest free lunches that you can have, and the earlier you start, the better it is. Now, in terms of the coins, because it is a coin channel, but it's not Sean's channel. Let's talk about his personal circumstance and situationships. It's been quite productive. I haven't really bought many gold or silver coins. I had that silver lot come in, but I've mainly been focusing on the currency coins. And this is what I wanted to talk about, because those currency coins are going to be very useful for me. I know I'm not going to be trading for the rest of my life. I know that. I can hack another 6 months, but I'm not in this for a long haul. I could do 6 months. But what I can do is I can buy these currency lots, cash out what I need, and have it as a free carry. And I was thinking maybe I can build it up and go traveling with it. Maybe I can make some content where I'm in Australia or Canada or maybe Europe. I personally like Germany, as people know. That's a very interesting proposition for me. I can stomach another 6 months. I'll still be in my mid-30s. 6 months is nothing in the grand scheme of things. It won't be longer than that. You've heard that before, but it won't be. I just don't want to. It's like, if I can get it to 40k a year in passive income, you ain't going to see me, or you won't see me much. You won't see me in a coin dealing capacity. Doesn't mean I won't work. It doesn't mean I won't do other entrepreneurial things. And I do have an idea for a business that may or may not take off. I'll keep that close to my chest at the moment. But with these currency coins, so I just bought a big job lot of coins. I knew there were 5 mark coins in there. I paid £130, £134 after postage. The postage absolutely kicked my arse. It was about 30 quid the postage. And I thought, I think there's enough in there to cover it. So I paid 134. I've got about 5.5 kilos worth of weight in terms of coins that are just obsolete. I've got a small pot of coins that I can actually sell for a monetary value to a kind of a specialist currency broker. I've got 1 silver coin, which they clearly messed up on. It is Bullion, so it's 40%. But that's probably worth about £10, maybe. It's a collector coin. It's not what you'd call junk. I've got 400 Deutschmarks. All in all, I think I worked it out. I've got £175 in Deutschmarks, and I've got £100 in other stuff. Oh, and there's a bunch of World War II Nazi coins with the swastika on. They're collectible. They're very collectible. I don't want to hear people argue the toss either way. The reality is, I don't think you should melt down history, even if it is unpalatable to some people. I think that's criminal in my mind, but people do collect it. It doesn't mean they have views of certain leanings. Sometimes they're just cool items to collect because it's history and it happened. The history doesn't have to be nice, but it's still a piece of history that shouldn't be destroyed, or at least in my view. Now, that lot, if I double up, fantastic, because those currency coins, I could just leave to one side. I don't need the excess cash flow. I just need to hit the bare minimum to pay my bills. So if I can build up all the major currencies, might do okay. So that's been what I've been doing. I've just been sorting out these coins. Now, this isn't going to be the bread and butter. This is a side project. This isn't me saying, oh, I'm going to become a currency broker. It's about £50 worth of Danish kroner. I'd love to go to Denmark. I think that'd be a really cool place to go to. I lived in Sweden. Sweden's wonderful. So these are worth about £2.30, £2.40. Now, this is what I was aiming for with that ill-fated auction. They still haven't refunded me, by the way. Make of that what you will. I won't go into details about who it is. But I was thinking, if I can get all the major currencies, your Swiss francs, your Deutschmarks, your euros, I probably wouldn't go to the States. I I'm not sure on that one. I don't, by not go to the States, I don't think it'd be feasible to the States because the bulk of what you're getting is 25 cents, and I think the weight would be prohibitive. But in terms of like the German side of it, the Swiss side of it, just get on the train. You know, you couldn't, like, I've got the receipts for it. What are they going to do? Like, confiscate it? I doubt it. I'll just tell them I'm a coin dealer. It's fine. Although I doubt I'd be immune because I'm a coin dealer. But you get where I'm going with this. Like the Canadian stuff, again, you get like $2 Australian stuff. It's 6.6 grams for a $2 coin. So you can take what, 10 kilos, 20 kilos, just chuck it in the thing. Do a bit of traveling, do a bit of, meet and greet with certain people. Anyway, I'm going to call that time.